Jenny from Bespoke here. Today I'm making some bespoke vintage earrings and I want to just share with you how I intend to do that. Okay, I'm just going to position the camera in it so you can see what I'm doing. Right, okay, so my idea today is to make some earrings which are inspired by vintage feel. They're lovely and delicate and flowy, they've got good sway to them, and this is my prototype which I'll be working with. So this includes swarovski pearls, which are these creamy ones. They're my something new. I then have these fabulous vintage pearls, which have this lovely sort of mushroomy golden champagne shade to them. And I'm also using Swarovski crystals and 14 karat gold filled chain and 14 karat gold filled headbands. So I'll just show you where I've got up to so far. The client has requested that the earrings are 6 centimetres long. So using a special tool, I've used this gauge to just help me measure that they're going to be the length that she requires them. Okay, and the things that I'm going to be using to make my earrings today, as you can see, I've got gold filled chain. It's a beautiful fine link chain. I've also got gold filled ear hooks. Ear hooks are the most requested earrings that I make. And I've got some beautiful vintage pearls. These all came off a vintage necklace which needed restringing, and these are excess ones. And I also have some Swarovski pearls. These are in the shade cream, and some Swarovski crystals. And the other item we'll be using today are head pins. You can see they've got a tiny little head on them, which stops the bead falling off. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a few techniques that I'm going to use to make these pins, these earrings. Right, so as you can see so far, I've got at the bottom a faux vintage pearl, followed by 2 small pearls. This one is the faux vintage pearl, and this one of course is my Swarovski crystal pearl. And then I'm just coming up to add in the crystals on. So just to make this symmetrical, I'm going to add another crystal. This is a 6mm bead. Okay, just thread it onto the head pin, like so. And then you're going to take some round nose pliers. These are a fantastic little pair made by Beadsmith, which I like because they've got such a fine tip to them, which means that you can really do some intricate styles. Okay, now once you've clasped the head pin, take it right to the end. I'm then just going to fold and push. I'm going to make a 90-degree angle, roughly. You can see the 90-degree angle on the head pin. Once you've done that, take them to the top and the corner, and again you're just going to wrap the wire around the nose of the plier so that you get a loop. This is a loop. Now I'm not going to just cut it off. I prefer to wrap my wires around each other so that way they stay nice and firm. So now onto the earring. I'm going to find this. I'm on now the 3rd loop up. I'm going to go to the opposite side of the crystal that I've already done. I'm just going to hook it through. Now these are really fiddly. Bear with me. As of course is most of the jewellery making process, you've got to have a nice calm temperament. Right, now that's hooked on. As you can see, exactly opposite. You can see sort of roughly how it's going to hang. So you take your, and again I'll clasp them with my round nose pliers. And I'm now going to take in my snipe nose pliers. See, they've got this lovely point to the end of them. I use these most often. And I'm just going to wrap it around that little gap between the bead and the loop that I made earlier. Just pulling up. And I'm going to take some flush cutters I'm just going to snip off that little end of wire. As you can see, you probably can't see too well because it's so intricate, but there's just that tiny little end poking out. So I'm just going to take my pliers and lightly press. Now again, because crystal beads are glass, you don't want to be too rough, otherwise you'll end up chipping all the crystal and you'll end up with a horrible finish. Okay, so again, just checking that looks good, which I'm pleased with that. And I'm going to work up. So the idea is that we're going to slowly graduate the beads upwards, so they're going to get smaller and smaller. But for the time being, I'm going to continue with approximately 6 millimeters. Just going to take another photo. Again, I've just made a hook, bent it over to the top. Push it round, make your loop. There's my loop made. Just going to add it on to the chain. What I'm trying to do is just get it on the same side as the cream pearl so that there's a balance and that all the creams aren't the same side. And all these lovely champagne pearls on the other side as well. I'm wrapping it around. Again, the joy of wrapping it around is that although it's going to take me longer to make these earrings, I know that the pearls aren't as likely to fall off, or the wires won't stretch open. Okay, well, I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to continue with my earring, and I'll be back very soon with the finished product. Hi everyone, well, I've finally finished the earrings, and here they are. Don't you agree, they're just fabulous? And they're finished with the vintage pearls, which are the sort of golden tone champagne pearls, the Swarovski pearls, which are in cream, and also the Swarovski crystal, and they're finished in 14 karat gold filled. And as you can see, they're divine, and I hope that the lucky lady that has commissioned these will think so too.